Alright, now that tech issues are resolved, let's get back to it.
Yay!
Oh yeah,
Do an intro! Do an intro!
No, I'm not gonna do an intro. Intros are bad. You know, I'm probably just gonna go with the Wolfie approach on intros. Unprofessional, they don't exist. Right. I still need to check out to the right. Yeah, intros aren't a thing. They can't hurt me. I can't go to the right. I forgot about that. You know, maybe before exploring the new area, I should actually, like, explore the area above that I kind of skipped past. No, you're getting blown up. Those rings are just, like, they're so fun.
Are they just there to play with?
Yeah. Aha! What'd you say? That didn't work out like I thought it would. I can still counter in this game, oh my god.
So do it.
I fucked up my counter hits, it's fine. Is there really nothing in here besides those two? Like, just practice against. You'd think that there'd at least be whatever the grub substitute is. I guess not.
DoorDash instead of Grubhub?
I'd still say wrong there. $22. Going up. Ben! No! Oh, you're a miner. And you take fire damage.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take off for now.
Okay.
Okay,
I
good
just
night.
want to
Take
come
it
and say
easy. Get some sleep.
Yeah.
You sound really tired.
Yeah, trust me.
I
I'm not
Anyways,
gonna be
y'all,
up more than an hour myself. So we'll see.
I'll see y'all later.
See ya.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. An enemy that takes no knockback is kind of wild in like any sort of game like this. Duh. I'm calling bullshit on that one. That's lag. But I am full on shards, so it's not like I can really help. So there's not really a point to me killing these guys. I see I need that charm to let me resist the lava, huh? Yeah, okay.
Can you ride on the thing that's hopping back and forth by bouncing off its head?
I can try? Nope, that was a bad idea.
I think it was a good idea. It was bad execution, but
Alright, I can try it again. You kidding me? I can't believe it turned around like that. Very bad
okay,
idea.
now it's a bad idea.
Please tell me my silk didn't get...
Put there.
Okay, so no dying.
So what's this lava thing that you needed to get?
So the daughter... The Forge Daughter? The Magma Bell.
Okay.
Wars against
Farming
deadly-
time?
Farming time, yes. Especially since I kind of broke the bank to purchase these traps. Yep, definitely farming time. Actually, I can try to turn in that quest to get 200 right now, actually. Hold on.
Oh, that would be good.
Very good, yes. You are this way is my exit. Yeah, let me just volume a little bit. I'm sorry. Anyway, bring me back to the bone bottom. I keep reading that A is not accept here.
Yay!
I love these little guys.
I love you.
Like, this guy? He's fun.
Yeah,
And,
is he
like-
just like a fast travel?
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that I beat him in combat. But yeah, so he kind of fills up the same role as the stags from the previous game. Well, it was just one stag.
Last stag.
Which, honestly, it's kind of interesting because, like, you don't really talk to him most of the time. But he does kind of become a bigger part of it toward the end. At least at the end of his, like, quest line, once you unlock the stags.
Plus, somehow it's so cute.
Honestly, I think that this guy's more cute than the stag.
Well, this is the one I know.
Mhm.
It's just so cute.
Yeah.
It needs a name.
I'm pretty sure it does have a name. I think something about like the Bell Beast or something like that. I'll have to go check the footage to get the name.
That's not a name, that's a title.
Hmm.
It needs a cute name.
I hate that the first.
How about Crimson Proxy? That's a very cute name.
I am going to respectfully decline on that one.
Cries.
I also hate the fact that my first thought was Gary when I thought of a name. That's not a cute name though.
Weird.
I don't know.
It looks like Beatrice.
Ooh, Beatrice. Okay.
If we're talking about names... Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say.
But yeah, sorry. The problem is if I pick that, first of all, it's already taken. Second, there are a lot of jokes that could be made there.
Explain?
Say your name idea again.
Crimson Proxy.
And who's gonna ride it?
You see why? You see
Let's
why?
go with Crimson Proxy, lovely.
It would be a tad weird for me to be riding myself, you know?
Just call it KP. Nobody'll know what it stands for.
They're all gonna know what it stands for.
Then pronounce it like KP, like KAPEE.
Oh, I'm only gonna be able to have one of the spells on at any time. Okay. Anyway, now I can go grab that, and then I can grind up just to be able to get the repair kit. Because if the traps work like I think they do, I get a limited number of uses, and then I have to repair them at a bench, is what I think they work like. Or maybe it's repairing them on the fly. Who knows? You know, I guess I gotta think of a name then, now. I think that with the... I love that I can bat those back, actually.
It bounced off his head.
It bounced off his head and bounced him into me, god damn it.
But it dinged the bell.
I did ding the bell.
And everybody always says you have to ding the bell and subscribe, so you're succeeding.
It is true, 'tis true. Ow. I just got comboed there. You die. Eat rock. Now that means I can... Oh, so it gives me a limited amount of protection. And it
Oh, it does recharge though. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Still linger. Understood. And I can bounce off my own cocoon now. That's wonderful news. Ooh. Explodey rock. That's an exit. Get rocked. Where'd the warrior go? The warrior just dived down and just peaced out, I guess. Okay. Now let's push my luck and see how far I can go. Before I die in some terrible place and lose all my money. Again.
Well, you got it back, right?
Yeah, I did. Had to check. Interesting. So they do speed up when running toward me. Good to know. This is a double jump. This is a double jump for sure. Or wall jump.
Or grappling hook.
Ooh, grappling hook could be fun. Yeah. I didn't misinput. You did. You misinputted. Expertly navigated. Wonderful. New area. Understood. Oh, this is arena. Well. You're kidding me. What the? You can. Okay. My dying frames are really not helping me here.
Turn your frames down.
I guess I'm gonna turn the stirring quality down, yeah.
Yeah, don't compromise your own gameplay.
Ah. Well, I'm turning the quality down now.
Me when the enemies actually have ranged attacks in the second.
Okay, 15 FPS, 4 EP. Let's go. Anyway, I did exactly what I predicted I was gonna do. I lost my money like an idiot.
Smile.
But yeah, I will say it was running much smoother earlier. I do. Oh wait. Okay, so I guess the equipment doesn't work like the traps don't work like I thought they did. Because I have all my uses of my traps back now.
Oh, that's weird.
Then what's the repair kit for?
Repairing stuff?
Yeah, but the repair kit's supposed to be for the tools. But I don't need it.
Maybe it... Does it recharge a tool faster, maybe?
Maybe. So apparently a tool definitely resets when I die or when I... Remember to ring that bell.
Smile.
You need to find a little bit of glowy moss so you can say like and subscribe too.
Such a dumb joke, but it's so good.
I mean, if it fits the game you're playing, you gotta do it.
Yeah. Too bad I already exploded the one thing. This stream's actually very nice for traversal. Okay. There we go. Yeah, why are they able to submerge in the arena? That's curious, actually. Because they aren't normally. Okay, going in one mask down. Alright, that's one. Oh, that's about a trap spot.
Can you switch up equipment during combat?
No. So basically, like, so this kind of works like Hollow Knight. So, yeah, you can only equip tools or charms in Hollow Knight's case while resting on a bench.
I got you. That way you can't just cheese it and use exactly what's best at the spot.
Yeah. Like, if you want to use traversal stuff, then you can use traversal stuff. But if you get into a fight, you have to bench first. Well, you have to take the L, and then you can go and. You have to take the L first, and then you can use. That was a panic jump. And then you can use like actual, you know, actual charm builds. We're not going to talk about that death.
I didn't see it.
See what?
Yeah, I didn't die. I would never die.
Right. You're a professional.
Yeah, professionals don't die. Professionals also don't fall off ledges, you know?
We jump into pits so other people don't have to.
Exactly. Ring that bell.
Get that Taco Bell sponsorship.
I can heal midair. That's good to know. Man. You know what? I'm going to do the smart thing and get a real bench this time.
As opposed to a fake bench?
Yes, that bench that I was at before was fake. Never mind, that one's the fake bench. Man. Let us be careful now. And not do something stupid. And lose the rest of my money. Ha 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 ha. You know what? At least I don't have to go through that again. Arenas, they're nice little challenges, but they don't get in the way in future exploration.
That is good.
Bye. I got so lucky with discovering this. Oh, another frayed rosary string. That should be 31.
Is your spear just a needle?
Yes!
That is cool.
Yeah, like, and in Hollow Knight, it was a nail. Which is honestly really cool world building.
Yeah. Little things like that you don't think of. That thing was a jerk.
Combo hit me. And I still end up at -1 health anyway. I see an explodey rock. That gives me a shortcut back. How much money do I have? I have 111. I can get the fake bunch now. I do find it interesting that almost all the benches have to be unlocked. With money.
And then they stay unlocked?
Yeah. Like, once you pay the money, you get them forever.
It almost reminds me of like Shovel Knight's earliest designs for. If you ever got to play that.
Never got to play Shovel Knight. It's on my want to play list though.
Yeah,
Keep
I
it
got
short.
most
The
of
way
them.
like it is just like a Mega Man as check like platform or whatever. But the way it works like in base is that checkpoints when you walk by them you activate them, but you can destroy them for extra money instead.
Right,
if
but
you-
then they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone. So you have to either go back to an earlier checkpoint or to the very beginning of the level. But according to dev interviews by Yacht Club Games, the makers of it, they initially intended for it for you have to pay to activate the checkpoint. That way, it's more of a are you greedy enough to try to make it across? But they found that it was actually going to hurt players more. Or like hurt like newbie players more since they realized won't be able to even get to the end of the level without dying, therefore losing all their money anyway. So they instead turn it into a risk versus reward, where you get a reward now, but you can play riskier for a bigger reward. And then at least for when it comes to it for Hollow Knight here, I mean, you can always roll back to your benches or so. It's not that you can't farm the enemies, but it's more of like whatever pace you feel like you want to set. And it's not like it was ever a problem necessarily, because like Geofarm was absolutely a thing you had to do in Hollow Knight itself.
I spent so much time out in outskirts just farming the hoppers.
Yep, I was literally about to say, yes. What did a lot of early speedruns have to do? Alright guys, 500 Geo time.
It wasn't even for Lantern. Lantern was easy. I got that naturally. I was trying to get the unbreakable charms.
Yeah, but speedrunners might need it. Early speedrunners too.
Yeah, true. I actually don't think I was ever like seeing any of the early speedrunning scene until like QGA got unlocked. After that was when I heard of Hollow Knight in the first place. Anyway, inspect. Daughter of a distant land, we who have remained waited long. Bind our strength to yours, reclaim the future of our haunted kingdom. What's spell 2? Swift step. Oh, it's a sprint. Oh, you just gave me spark. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, super dash, just minus the shine spark actually.
Can you jump farther with it?
Yes, momenta. You know what?
Oh boy,
I'm kind of
we're playing Mario Odyssey with momentum now, huh?
honestly, I'm thinking more Metroid Dread-esque.
Well, I was making jokes of like, all right, for speedrunners, so I'm thinking about.
Oh yeah, for sure. So just tapping it does that, which is very interesting. Can I do it? Can I tap it in air? I can't. Awesome. A slightly more finicky dash in air. Okay. And you're free now.
That was cute.
Yeah. Those guys are the equivalent of grubs, I think. Bench. Now let me go and buy something. First, I got a secret to explore. Never mind. Get it later. Is there a way for me to get it? Never mind. Still have not unlocked that secret path now. Oh, it's right here. I just realized. Question is, do I buy the repair kit or do? Actually, no, I can't. Or do I splurge and start getting other ways to get other tools? Actually, I can't splurge yet. Oh, wait, that's just a shard bundle.
Mario. Some
So that actually doesn't do anything except give me portable shards. Like outside the 400 I can carry. Okay.
Oh,
Kind of like with the rosaries. Like, I'm betting that the shard bundle is... like, it holds 50 shards or something like that.
so it's just like increased storage.
Yeah.
The bigger rupee wallet.
Actually, no, it's like a bigger wall. I think it's like a one-time or something like that.
Oh, that is less useful. I mean, it's still good, but
Yeah, but I'm betting I can buy a bunch of them.
how many times do you think you hit that in the air to get the achievement?
Oh, there's gotta be an achievement for it.
There's gotta be.
If they didn't make an achievement, I'm really so sad, actually. It just means I gotta... No. Oh, okay. Just means I just gotta...
Get good.
Back to bench. That doesn't go. Yep. Had to test it.
I have to test it.
It still takes my fireproof. Interesting. Alright, bench. Get the guys back. boss bit here. Actually, you know what? Instead of farming out, let me see what's on this side. I can't see what's on that side yet. However, that no, I can't. This is gonna be a boss fight. I'm gonna regret this. I will be back in 2 minutes. I don't know if you're an NPC or a boss fight, but I don't trust it.
It looked like an NPC.
It was 118 or 180. It's fine.
There's a bench.
Hmm? Wait. So I can dash and just attack, or I can hold and then lunge. Interesting. 180. Are you friendly? You are friendly! If you need something, talk to the boss. I'm busy. Actually, wait. I got that.
Damn it.
What? What happened?
I have to keep measuring myself for my toss boy measurements.
Oh.
I have to keep getting my tape measure. I'm like, man, I want to be lazy.
Ooh, I've got 3 key spots now.
So I'm doing a lot of toss boy buying. I'm trying to make sure that everything is good.
Oh, lava does too if you don't have a pendant on.
Guys.
Or if your pendant's on cooldown at least. That's my bad. Wish I knew that. Glad I know it now. So, 30. Can I claim it in any way? Nope, I can trigger it though. I have enough money.
You gotta stop doing that.
I really do. Yes, the tools are just use and refill a bench. Nope. Break. Crafting kit. So does that mean that my tools now deal more damage? Or is that just showing me the base level now and gives me the ability to improve them in the future? I'm confused. Oh,
It's so confusing.
I bet I can get that with Mossberry now. Your talent. Dash upward, forward and sprint with a natural speed as though gliding upon silk. Anyway, I have done enough there. Let's see if you are a boss or if you are friendly. You are a boss. God damn it.
Really? Wow.
How sad. A little spider has fallen from its cage. So lost, so weak. Poor little morsel. I can save you, little spider. All the trouble you'd face above. All the suffering. It's so simple. I'll just skewer you right here and now. Pluck that flickering life right out of you.
Your fan
Your threats are worthless, child. If you are my foe, stay your voice and raise your blade. Delicious. I like you already.
Voice.
Ooh, you are nasty.
This feels almost kind of like early Hornet battle where both quick agile fighter.
Yeah, honestly, gotta agree with you there. Another good comparison, I think, is Mantis Lords Part 1.
Part 1, but I feel like this is still early enough in the game, and you know, you encounter Hornet early enough, of course, as well, too.
Yeah. That is a terrible placement.
Your things just keep away as you just learn the patterns. Because you are just trying to put your stuff out. Victim scene.
Okay, so be careful. Do not necessarily jump every time she does that thrust, because it could be a very different thrust. Oh.
I think it's...
Oh, wait,
Oh,
did you
sorry,
see
go on.
that? It used some of my
Your...
shards automatically.
Yeah.
So so it automatically restores at benches, but it costs shell shards to do so. Gotta be ready to dodge that.
So that's some auto-targeting is what it's done.
Yep.
It's just paying attention to her wind-up, it seems, really. And not being a goddamn idiot.
Yep, that's an issue for me though. Okay, she does that. That's her counter, got it. Okay, so she has a hitbox weapon when she does that. Also, I want to see the cost for her just once. So I cannot jump back against that. If I hit the counter, I have to dash over or dash away. I cannot jump that. 20 to repair 3. Or was that 4 uses?
I wasn't looking, so I can't say.
Okay, I'm gonna actually commit and not get greedy this time. Okay, that's the one I'm gonna use. Oh, wait. thought she was gonna jump that. 7. 7 to repair 1. Okay, so I think it's not a per, I think it's a set value each time then. Use 2 this. Best healing items there. I take 2 damage from that attack.
I didn't look. I don't know.
Has to be more so. Okay, use 2 that traps that time. Let's see. So it's 7 for 1, 13 for 2, 20 for 3. Interesting, interesting. This is bugged. Okay. She has judgment cup. Good to know. Die. Yep, that is definitely a 2 damage counter. There we go. Yeah, I should have known she was going to be a recurring fight.
She even had a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking when saying with the Hornet comparison is what I keyed into. But that's me.
Bell number 2. Let's see what happens. Hopefully no infection's going to start to spread, right?
Nah, couldn't be it.
$40 for a full repair. Okay. little guys. These look like void creatures.
It was a love bug. It does nothing but bring joy to the world.
I really wish there was some Hunter's Journal equivalent here, because I'd love to learn more about the enemies. I just hope that's soon. For reference, Jenna, Hunter's Journal basically is the enemy catalog. You can get it like pretty much. You can get it pretty much at the beginning of the game.
Okay, and then like stuff you fight or beat shows up in it?
Yeah. Also, like some monsters that you can't beat, there's like some. There still are ways to get records of them.
Yeah, there's something similar in Umberclaw, except it's stuff you've died to.
Honestly, that's kind of funny.
Well, it's got tips on, oh, this is how you deal with this. So, I mean, it makes sense, but
Oh, yeah, I see.
that means mine is mostly empty.
You don't die to a lot.
Oh, I die to a lot, just it's the same things.
Uh, nope. Those are daggers it's throwing. You give 13. I mean, it makes sense. You're a tough to fight. Then... Ooh, the chieftain's gonna be something fun to deal with. Guess who got here first? Go. I see. So there's going to be some sort of a float ability, I think, in that case. Ow! You are nasty. Warding bell. Shields the bearers they bind their wounds. Oh, okay. So Balder Shell. Except maybe not with limited uses, like Balder Shell had as its caveat. Not quite enough for a heal. Well,
Regina Fora.
Chakra, you look well at home in these wilds.
Namoshke.
On Shaka, these scorched fields offer many paths and much combat. To leap from vantage upon the red shells, or to meet them face front with rings ready, these are decisions to live for. I'm much surprised those soft pilgrims ever climbed this scorched and savage place. Farfield's maps are 50. All right. Ooh, but the interesting thing is I'm not in a place where I can easily... get more without being at risk for death. And I don't really have a bench nearby either. Interesting. Actually, wait, no, I do have a bench nearby. It's like 3 rooms back at most, right? Yeah, the bench is not far from here. Okay, never mind. To war. I did it dumb.
You always have.
Yeah, it's a classic of mine. Don't jump in the lava, yippee. There we go. There we go. There's my 50. Hmm. you were scary.
Yes, yes.
You must try to find her way to those wilds, I'm sure. Or since equal. Surely I must be drawing closer to her. The smell. I'm gonna get the bench pins actually.
Yes, I know.
Oh wait, I can combo this. Just not in that direction. Need to learn patience. I'm definitely curious about what's behind these creatures, because it seems like most of the enemies so far are just these like black little blobs that have some sort of defining feature that ties into the environment. Unless like they're pilgrims or whatnot.
So does this take place before, after, during Hollow Knight?
Supposedly it takes place after Hollow.
Okay, so it's not like you're playing this character's story during the other one.
I mean, the most we have is that like Hornet's just kidnapped away? Question mark to a
You cut out then.
Oh, I think it makes it more fun to not have all the details.
I mean, then again, it's not like we're expected to have it all. It's a Metroid.
Yeah, we're gonna learn as we go along. Well. Hello. Also noticed there's a lot of lava in Falloon.
So you're definitely not in a log.
I'm gonna say no. I comboed the hell out of him and I died for it. Okay, you know what? Maybe you're not so scary. You're about as scary as any flyer is. Also, is this a village? This gives major hidden. Oh, hello. It is a village.
I don't think that one is a looming threat.
No. Also, I must say, this game is a lot more linear than Hollow Knight was. Just from a quick look at the map. I'm assuming that there's gonna be more below the marrow. And
Like,
No,
are you still?
I feel like for Hollow Knight, you were immediately going a lot of.
Are you saying like this game is slightly easier than Hollow Knight?
At least what I've seen on the people saying reviews on one, they're saying no.
I'm not saying it's
In terms of
easier than Hollow
difficulty.
Knight. I'm saying that it's not as as much you explore like the entire map and get lost. I'm saying that the map is like more like it leads from one area to the next.
I do remember certain problems I had with Hollow Knight. Like that just soured my mood for the entire game,
How so?
which is why I don't have interest in it in this one.
Right, what soured you on it exactly? So then,
Let's see. The first one feels too slow. Oh, there was one moment in the game where I died and the ghost was way too far away from my death point. And that literally soured it a whole lot. And not to mention, once I got to the final boss, I think 2 hits is too much for a game like this.
well, you still did get to the final boss when it comes to it, so you still did get an experience out of it. It sounds like.
Yeah, I got the full experience except the final bit, but also checkpoint felt of fucking scales at times. Sorry for that.
It's all good.
I can understand that, but I feel like that's a more convention of Metroidvanias in general. Is this a thing rather than just Hollow Knight?
Yeah.
Uh,
Honestly, I feel like
most of the other ones felt very lenient on checkpoints. Just this one is like
Like define other ones.
Castlevania, the Matrix, of course. Is the Bloodstain was lenient as well.
Okay, no, I was just trying to get a definition of what you're considering lenient, so I have a reference point when it comes to it. Then, but like, are you talking about just the final, like nearing the end of the game at the final boss when it comes to it, then, or just in general for checkpoints?
In general.
I feel like Hollow Knight was one that was much more generous.
Like the only time I remember explicitly with a Hollow Knight that bench was near a boss was the final part. Literally to the final boss.
I'd say that there were quite a few times that it was either near or there was a shortcut available that would get you back to it. Now, there are some notable exceptions to this. Nosp was a pain because of how long and how annoying it was to get back every time. I will admit that. But, like, Watcher Spire was, I think, a grand total of, like, 4 rooms away. And that's, like, one of the next most difficult ones. Uma was, I think, 2 rooms, though that second room was extremely if we're going to go into detail about, like, even like the early game bosses. Brooding Moloch, I think, was a while away. I have to say, I think like maybe 5-6 rooms from near Spanish. But Watcher, like failed, not Watcher Knights, False Knight was I think 3, and you just have to dodge one of the bigger guys.
Hi.
I didn't even get a chance to see him.
And Hornet is one of the easiest walks ever. Both of her fights. So I feel like Hollow Knight was actually pretty generous on a lot of things, but on some I definitely have to agree that they are irritating, to say the least. I feel like it was much more generous than like Metroid Dread, which is my other biggest example of a Metroidvania I've played. Because sometimes I definitely had major skill issues with that game, but there were times that I would die before I even got to the boss fight.
So I feel like the takeaway that I would that I'd like to define when it comes to it would be like, are you talking about like Hollow Knight just itself feeling like unfair, or are you comparing it to others in the genre? Because I think you can have an inflection point on criticism for both ends when it comes to it, if that makes sense. You can criticize Hollow Knight for having harder checkpoints, but you need to also judge it both by itself and also next to its contemporaries as two separate criteria.
Okay. He was doing a little something inside, but
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
but
interesting
there's also this small thing that I think is a big deal for, especially in a game for exploration, is a stupid compass. I hate that thing. I hate that compass so much.
Oh, you hate
Especially in this game. It's the only way I can tell where I currently am.
Well, yeah,
I hate it.
On a first playthrough, that's what it's supposed to do.
I feel like that's definitely more of a subjective thing, though, because
Yeah, I heard it. I heard this argument as more of a subjective thing, even amongst fans, and from ranging from the door to hating it.
Because I think that's just I think you just like the devs at that point then have to just really pick a stance on how they want to do it, because on multiple ends you can just point to like God of War or what's his face? What series is Aloy from PlayStation? Freaking crap. She's from Horizon, Forbidden West, and Zero Dawn, and whatever stuff like that. Those games are like, people feel like they're being overguided because every puzzle, every quest or so, it's literally them saying, "All right, I have to go to X, Y, Z or so." So much that like I'll use one game that's literally come out recently. It's a game called Hell Is Us, which is a third-person like Souls-like expedition game, to where they literally have the marketing thing, and as you open up the game, instead of it being like a content warning, they have kind of like a content warning, but the content warning is literally, we do not have any map markers, we don't have any dialogue, we don't have any compasses showing you where to go. This is the intended experience of you figuring everything out on your own and taking your own notes. And the fact that that's a divisive topic, it shows that like you're not going to please either audience. So I feel like games just have to take a stance on what they want to do out of it. Then.
That's fair.
Now, I'm not trying to discredit your point at all, Dart. That is a very valid criticism, and it's a very valid point for either side that we're arguing this here. I'm just saying it's not going to be a happy ending answer for everybody here.
Mm-hmm. Some people are gonna like it, some people aren't, no matter what. You can't please everyone
Yep.
at this point. And so you just kind of have to figure out how you want to play around it.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can't find this disclaimer. Warning! My game has no map, no markers indicating where people or things are, where to turn heads, or who to talk to. We will never tell you precisely what must be done or how to do it. To thrive in Hell
That is a problem with Metroid 1, OG Metroid 1 and 2, because you just gotta guess because half the time you're probably just gonna guess, as if you're not using a map at all.
Would you say that it's a product of its time, though? Because
Yes.
we're talking about very recent games when it comes to it, especially so.
Yes,
In terms
I
of the compass accessibility mechanics, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is how I'm phrasing
yeah,
it.
I say that also, but I'm just gonna be honest. OG Metroid 1 and 2 is not very good. But
And that's fair, but I can say like I'm playing devil's advocate constantly here because I'm trying to broaden perspective.
Madon.
I will say, there definitely is a huge dichotomy between games in like maps and accessibility stuff. Cause I remember, Legend of Zelda, the original one, you don't really get a map except for like what you can explore and what you can see. There are so many secrets that you just have no clue on.
Hironare.
Kind of like you don't know where any of the spots that you might need to use candles or bombs are, so you have to just explore and basically bomb the entire map to be able to find anything. Secret rooms and dungeons are sometimes required, and you don't know where they are until you go looking for them, and sometimes you manage to find them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of that that's missing from a lot of modern day games. And now some people like that, some people don't. But I think it's just an interesting change in times. Though I think it also
Mm-hmm.
could be partially due to hardware and upgrades and whatnot.
Qu'est-ce qu'on mêle?
Float away. So I get a float now? I hold B and I get to float. Okay.
Sentaslo. Parida, sia.
That's fine.
Certainly, but I have a strong suspicion. They hunt me for my nature, for the silk produced within my shell.
Bembido, lelos.
Chaining one's soul within a thread, soul and silk inseparably linked. So that's why Hornet is able to heal off of the silk, because it's actually soul. Okay.
That's fine.
I've seen silk similar to my own. It snares the shells upon them.
Sentaslo.
Okay. I'm assuming I can float up. Ah. Okay. But yeah, so I'm kind of. It's just an interesting thing about games, and just like the dichotomy between design choices like that. Because some will choose to go for like more hardcore, like olden day aspects too, and others will stay completely away from that.
Mm-hmm. Once again, I think the biggest thing is like not compromising on the vision for how you want your game to be.
Yeah.
Is the biggest issue with it, though.
Like, I think that like you said that people think that Silksong is much harder just from their views already. And well, you know, Team Cherry made Hollow Knight, which is not an easy game. I still have yet to like do all the stuff in it because of how difficult it can be at times. Like I have like completed pretty much all.
Oh, good.
Yep. Like I've completed a good share of the game, but I still have yet to like beat any of the harder 3 endings.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, the Pantheons are beyond my ability as of right now. for sure. And then Team Cherry decided that they wanted to make Silksong something similar to, in the aspect of difficulty, and even make it more of a challenge for those who've been waiting for so long.
Yeah.
And I think that's the vision that they had.
I was about to say, so like, you're not gonna please everybody with the vision stuff, and I know I'm saying this again, but like, there's a very good Game Maker's Toolkit video. Hold on, that I need to find. That is exactly about this. I love GMT. I love Mark Brown. It's called how game designers protect players from themselves. Exactly so. I'll link it in No Mic VC. But it's basically him going on about. I'll link both of you actually when it comes to it. But it's basically talking about trying to figure out how to properly encourage players to interact with the game mechanics that they intended for their vision, and also trying to avoid unwanted behaviors that would encourage degenerate playstyles or what's deemed as not in the spirit of the game. One of the most divisive games is XCOM 2 from 1, for instance. XCOM 1 is you are, with as much support from the UN as possible, trying to save the world, whereas in XCOM 2, it follows the story of how, canonically, the XCOM project failed and you are now a resistance group. In XCOM 1, you basically had unlimited turns to do 90% of missions or so when it comes to it, but it's flipped instead in XCOM 2, to where 90% of the time you are on a strict turn limit instead. And the spirit of it was because in XCOM 1, one of the safest strategies was to literally move one tile ahead and overwatch, which is, basically defensive. In case anybody moves into sight, you shoot them. And that was really it, just seen forwards. So the devs wanted to encourage a more active play style in the spirit of you are the resistance group. You do not have the time and luxury on your side. So you have to be constantly on the move. But players universally despised that mechanic because it felt like all of what they were used to or what they thought was the intended purpose, what the intended playstyle was of solely inch forward, because XCOM is, the permadeath game. It was a soldier, they're dead in the campaign forever, that it went against everything that they had learned from the previous game, and it really tipped them off. So much so that some of the earliest mods were really either extending turn timers or adding alternate turn timers. Like, instead of it being a hard turn limit of as soon as it reaches turn 8, you automatically lose. Instead, some of the more popular mods made it so that more reinforcements came from the enemy, and these were endless, that gave no benefits or experience. So instead, it was you having to fight against game's systems, rather than just being, by turn 8, everybody's out, or they all rots-fy, everybody die. It was that, for example, as one of the most polarizing ones, and he goes over that. That, or he goes, for example, how in, what's his face? In World of Warcraft, there was rewards for logging in, or for 48 hours playing in a week or so, when it comes to it. And to keep it short, people started gaming the system in literally AFK, just staying logged in or doing AFK tasks and whatever, to literally maximize their gains. People always find a way to game the system and optimize the fun out of it when it comes to it or so. So it's all about trying to figure out what actually works in both keeping your vision, either in sticking to your guns and keeping the product as is, but intending for people to absolutely stay with the experience, or accounting for what might not be best for players and changing it. So I think one of the other bigger examples is Darkest Dungeon as well. It literally has that disclaimer of, this is not a feel-good story at the beginning. These people are not heroes by nature, but because they're still doing all these horrific things. They all get stressed. They all go to vices, to do lots of things to try to not think about the horrors. That's literally the opening disclaimer in it and everything. And then what's also another big thing that pissed off a lot of people? The introduction of corpses as a mechanic. For whenever foes or friendlies are defeated, their corpses are left behind, literally as an obstacle that you have to get rid of to reach the next enemies. And it was such a hated change even though the devs fully intended for it to be a core system from now on, that that literally like a day after that patch went out in the beta, they had to introduce a option to just disable corpses altogether for people who did not like the spirit of it. But that's an option to turn it off, and at least for if you never looked in the options menu, the default experience is on, as they would want to intend.
Interesting.
It's lots of interesting dichotomies with how it all breaks down, especially so, and how people want to enjoy only one specific curated experience of it or so, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like my head's getting a little bit overloaded right now. Doing two things at once and what?
Oh, two things at once?
Watching somebody streaming, providing necessary information while trying to put myself on this console.
Bone scroll? Rude journal made of coarse fabric and bone left by a Fulgrim pilgrim. The rock of realms fast, interesting to collectors and historical items. Okay. So basically, it's a journal. That was
Well, you're a journal.
Yeah, we have a journal. Really? You're not? Okay. I feel like these things are important, but I may just be kidding myself. Whoopsies. Yeah, no. I gotta do something else to get in there. Oh well. That seems like fun too. Alright, it's 1 o'clock. I probably should call it here.
I'd say it's like finalizing my Amazon purchases, and I think I'm gonna go this week myself.
Alright. Good night.
Oh, already? Good night.